There's some voter suppression happening. It happens everywhere.
I will not bow down. Keep putting me on.
Lesbi fam, we interrupt your regularly scheduled adventures for some urgent news on voting if you live full-time in an RV. One of the most popular states to domicile in, the state we're in right now, we're going to go handle all our business. The county auditor is trying to make it impossible for RV full-timers to vote. So what did you find out when you were on the phone the other day?
So right now we have our mail service through Escapees, and when we called them with our address, because it's not a physical address in South Dakota where you could park your RV and stay.
Right, Escapees is based in Texas.
So with that mailing address, even though it's South Dakota, that address will not allow us to register to vote.
So then we were like, okay, well, let's pick a Dakota-based company. Hint, hint, I guess we just spilled the beans. We're in South Dakota. But so we went to to Dakota Post to ask them, and they basically said, we've called the ACLU, we've got them involved, but no, we're in the same situation as Escapees. So
we called the auditor's office, got a little him-hawing around.
that was a frustrating phone call.
But she did say if the address is on America's Way, that it would be a valid address to vote.
And that's a service from America's Mailbox, also based here in South Dakota, out of Rapid City. So we're headed there now to get it all squared away, get all the questions answered, get the voting deadlines, everything you need, because everybody's vote should count. I don't care or even really want to know who you vote for, quite frankly. If you want to discuss issues that affect your real life and my real life, I'm all aboard that, but everybody's vote should count. Fill this out, yeah. We both have to fill it out. And then that was for second party.
Foremost, do you guys bank with Wells Fargo?
No.
USAA?
No.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Should we?
Bye-bye.
Are you recording this? Actually, I need you to stop at this part.
Yeah.
So the $100 that you put in there, that's for strictly for your mail to be shipped out when you're ready to have it shipped out.
Okay.
Otherwise, it just sits there.
Okay.
All right. Scanning, they do pull it out of your postage.
That's what I was going to
Yep,
ask.
okay.
So that $100 credit that I'm putting on there, if I do like the scanning.
They'll take it out of there.
Okay.
Yep, that's pretty easy.
Okay.
You guys are the only place that'll guarantee our vote is counted because they called the county auditor, and because we can actually park our RV at this building, unlike we have Escapees right now that we have to get rid of, as well as Dakota Post, because we can't park our RV at those locations, they're not letting those votes count. The county auditor is throwing them out. And it's not how the law is written, it's illegal. The ACLU is involved and it's like a nightmare, but we want our vote to count, so that's why we're here.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. That's awesome.
So we're dropping.
And that's not really awesome. It's awesome, I guess, for you guys, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing that the DMV is going to need is, of course, a current driver's license. Mm-hmm. Second thing that they're going to want is either a valid passport or a certified birth certificate. Mm-hmm. Third thing they're going to need is proof of your social security, either your card, W-2, 1099, just something with your name and that full social on it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next thing that they're going to want is your one-night stay. So if you're staying here, we can definitely give that to you. And then last but not least, they need 2 pieces of mail. Well, you guys are new. There's no way you're going to have mail in your mailbox.
No.
So when she finishes up your paperwork, there's going to be a receipt on there. That receipt will count for your 2 pieces of mail for each of them.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, it makes it really nice. I'm sorry, sir. The DMV, those people are really easy to work with. You don't have to have an appointment. I did my license last year in July, middle of July. Took me less than 30 minutes.
Good.
I can give you the applications for you guys to have filled out prior to you going down
Awesome,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
We just left America's Mailbox and established our residency. We now have a permanent address in Box Elder, South Dakota. We're residents! So we are headed to the DMV to get our driver's licenses. What did we learn in there?
So we learned that our PMB address will be on our driver's license. So one thing we learned is you cannot purchase a firearm in the U.S. with that address on your driver's license.
But if you own a firearm, you're good to go. It's still yours. You're still good.
You can't register a new firearm in your name with that address. Also, if you use like Wells Fargo
Or USAA.
They do not accept this address. If you bank with them, that could be a hiccup. We don't. But also recommended, like, instead of the PMB on our mail, to put like suite, apartment, or unit for that number when we change our address.
Yep. And I don't think we'll be able to get our plates today. We have to get a little bit more paperwork for that process ready to go, but we're on the way. Things are cooking with butter.
Cooking with butter. We're doing good.
All right, so let's go get our driver's license.
Let's go.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Long time no see. Mostly that's because the last stuff we recorded, us going to get our driver's license and everything registered in South Dakota, we had some mic trouble. And then the beautiful DMV, well, we got COVID.
Ready?
Ready.
So we're gonna walk over to Wall and go to the post office, send our parents a postcard, and check out the Wall drugstore.
Now I just wanna say hello and do whatever I like.
So we're staying at a little RV park in Wall, South Dakota, and we're gonna go explore Wall, so Wall Drug is like the famous, is it Route 66 stop or just, I don't even know, but the free ice water is founded in 1931, but it's built up, it's so much more than that now, and we're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, and get some root beer.
So when we last saw you, we were getting everything that we needed to do in Rapid City, South Dakota to become residents of South Dakota, where that process is mostly finished. We're licensed drivers, insured drivers, we're waiting on plates and stuff like that process. And we learned a couple things. I thought, okay, it's South Dakota, like it's gonna be way cheaper. I'm way less likely to be robbed in South Dakota than I am in Phoenix, Arizona. My insurances should all be cheaper. Registrations are way cheaper, but insurances actually went up. And when I asked them why, like, hey, why is our insurance going up? Basically because in South Dakota compared to Arizona where we were insured before, we were way more likely to get caught in a storm, have storm damage, and we're way more likely to hit an animal was the answer they gave me. So for whatever that's worth, if you're considering land domicile, you really only have 3 states unless you have family or friends helping you out in a state other than Texas, Florida, and South Dakota. And so why did we choose South Dakota compared to the other 2? Do you remember?
Florida, we anticipate that the insurance will be way higher because of the hurricanes and the storms, and how homeowners insurance is just astronomically higher in Florida. So we figured the same would be for our RV and our truck. And then Texas requires yearly and annual inspection on both the truck and the rig. And we didn't want to, I mean, I do think Texas, it'll be a place we spend a lot of time, hint, hint. But I didn't want to have to get to Texas for an inspection every single year. That seemed tedious for life on the road. So we chose South Dakota for both cost. It was cost effective as well as its friendly laws. But we talked to you guys that there was some issues with the voting laws. And so we ended up choosing America's Way because America's Way, the facility that handles all of our mail for us and does that and was able to give us the address, they are actually a campground. So the physical address is an actual place that we can park our RV. And so that allows us with that address, because it's a physical address that we can live at, that we can use that address to register to vote, unlike the escapees' private mailbox address or Dakota Post, the private mailbox address they would have given us, would not allow us to register to vote for this election year.
And so here's what you need to know. If you have escapees like we did, because we took the advice of other YouTubers, right? Like that, you know, it wasn't bad advice, it's just changed advice. Or if you have Dakota Post or somewhere else like that and you're registered in South Dakota to vote this year, it's a big year. There's some voter suppression happening. It happens everywhere. It's going on in RVers. The County Auditor is trying to discredit votes from full-time RVers that have those 2 addresses. ACLU has been called. I know when we talked to Dakota Post, they said the ACLU was involved. Do you remember what else they said?
No.
So ACLU has been called. I know when we talked to Dakota Post, they called ACLU and kind of gave us the scoop on what the differences were. And then we called the County Auditor directly. How'd that conversation go?
She kind of him-hawed around with the process and like how we could register to vote.
She did not want to give a straight answer.
But ultimately she did say if the address is America's Way, that would allow us to vote, but the other ones won't.
Which the America's Way address is the America's Mailbox facility.
American Campground.
Yeah. So that's kind of the scoop on that. South Dakota, truthfully, we haven't had a lot of opportunities to explore it like we would. We haven't seen the Black Hills of the Badlands yet. Just like I said, you can kind of hear it in my voice a little bit, just getting over being ill and starting to feel like ourselves again. Yeah, we got COVID from the DMV.
I will not bow
So we're staying at this campground, which is walkable to Wall, which everything that's in Wall is right there. It's such a tiny little town, but Wall Drug, which has been around forever. So we're gonna go check that out. There's also a post office. So we're mailing our parents postcards, which is something that being on the road, it's something that we've started to do, which has been fun.
It's so fun. Also, we're gonna take you with us as we explore Wall Drug a little bit, which it's like one of those roadside tourist attractions, and everywhere we go, we're kind of tourists. So we're gonna go check it out. Plus, there's nothing else. This is it.
Oh my goodness, there's no grocery store here. If you're coming to
Oh
Wall,
yeah. Can we talk about grocery store disparities? I know we've talked about it a little bit, and we're actually going to talk about it again because we have a really fun episode, a cooking extravaganza planned, where we're going to make a whole bunch of frozen meals, homemade from scratch, and put them in our freezer for when we go to places like this, because you cannot get good, healthy groceries everywhere you go.
yeah, finding fresh produce and healthy food has been a challenge. I mean, the grocery store here was just slim pickings, and
Ugh. And all the fruit was like, all the fruit was like shriveled up. I was like, it's already rotting.
yeah, the selection that they did have wasn't even fresh or looking good. So we resort to frozen, good old green frozen smoothies.
Which is not as good or the same or as healthy, but it is better than nothing. It's better than eating French fries, I suppose, some days.
Every day I see miserable people doing things they hate just to fit in. I know it's easier to get along peacefully, but have you ever thought about you? Don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do, when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone to feel alright.
Drop them.
Yep. Hi, Mom.
They can join us too. Why always worry about money when you can get rich by trying to see the outside?
You having fun, buddy?
Yeah, it's a cute little spot.
It is fun to go shopping when you know you're not going to buy anything unless you absolutely need it. Like, I don't know, you just don't walk out of there with all your money gone and you're like, I didn't even buy crap I wanted or needed.
Yeah. Let's get some ice water.
Yeah, they still offer free ice water and 5-cent coffee.
I'll go for the water.
Let me say it. Oh, quit the job you hate and love the ones you love. 'Cause have you ever
Oh my God, that creeped me out.
don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do, when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone to feel alright. Let's do the streets on a Monday.
So they sell Sioux City root beer in this candy store, a 4-pack of bottles. Would you rather do that instead of like buying a single fountain root beer here? And we'll take it home and enjoy it?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay.
Have we had that kind before?
I don't think we have. It'll be a new one. Ever since we gave up drinking alcohol a few years ago for our health, like, we've become root beer connoisseurs. So like, think of this craft root beer. We're gonna give it a try.
It's our little treat.
Also, everywhere we go in South Dakota, there's like these knockoff brands of the North Dakota famous brand Dots pretzels, which we love. I haven't tried any knockoffs yet, but maybe.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with the way
Really still is a drugstore.
How was your wall drug experience?
It was so cute in there. They had a little bit of everything if you're a souvenir shopper, which we're not, but it was fun to look around.
Yeah, but they also had practical things like higher quality boots and Western wear, a camping store, the drugstore still in there, the cafeteria, the ice cream shop, the candy store. Like, it was fun. It was very fun.
And we got our ice water.
It was busy. The cafeteria, I'm assuming the food is good based on how long the line was, but it was bumping. So South Dakota, hopefully we do one more adventure with you guys in South Dakota, but I will tell you this, before we were in South Dakota, we were in Wyoming, and you wouldn't know that. We didn't do any adventures. We worked the whole time. We didn't even get to put our sticker up, and we were there a week. But where do we go from here?
Back to Wyoming, to a state park, so we'll get our adventure in, which is what we missed to get our sticker.
So thank you so much for watching us and joining us this week. We appreciate you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share it with your friends, help us grow and find other like-minded people just like you. We sincerely appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Are you ready to join a journey that's all about adventure, learning, and embracing a life of freedom on the open road? We're Mandy and Sydney, and we recently embarked on our RV living adventure, discovering the best and sometimes the most challenging aspects of full-time travel. If you want to see how we navigate the ups and downs, laugh at our mistakes, and celebrate our wins, hit that subscribe button.
Each Sunday, we bring you real, unfiltered experiences, from exploring breathtaking outdoor sights to learning how to care for our truck, trailer, and the beautiful land we call home. You'll see us tackle everything from boondocking challenges and sustainability practices to fun, thrilling, and sometimes silly adventures.
Whether you're a seasoned traveler, new to the RV lifestyle, or just curious, we've created a From the Beginning playlist to show you how we got here, from not knowing how to tow to diving into full-time RV life. Join our community as we learn, grow, and share the joys and hurdles of life on the road.
Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to us.